Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
I've been leasing a vehicle for a number of years. Well, actually, I've leased a series of vehicles, one after the other, and I've been very, very happy with that. I'm not the type of guy who wants to own a car. I'm not a fan. Well, but it costs less over time. I'm like, yeah, but they upgrade technology like every 3 years or so, and then I get a new car every 3 years, and then I can get rid of it without the stress and strain of having to sell and blah. I just don't want to deal with it. It's a car. I want it to be a stress-free experience. When I started to lease my current vehicle a couple of years ago, there was an upgrade option, like a $2,000 option, to upgrade the car so that it could be iPod compatible. And then I could connect, well, at that point, they didn't even have an iPad. I think I had an iPhone at that time. Certainly didn't really use an iPod. But either way, essentially outfitting the car so I could connect my iOS device to it and then play songs through it. I opted not to do that because I looked at it. I'm like, wait a minute, wait. It's got Bluetooth and a USB port, and I can get one of those adapters so I can make even more USB ports spring out of thin air. Well, again, with the adapter. What they used to call the cigarette lighter adapter. I don't even know if this car has a cigarette lighter. I think all it has is power outlets. So I said, no, I don't need it. And you know what? I've been just fine. I can charge my phone on the go and use Bluetooth to stream music wirelessly. And I don't know if it was just a new option that became available, at least with the latest software upgrades. But now, when I use Pandora in the car, I can see the songs show up on the console. It's kind of like the GPS unit that also doubles as the audio, feedback mechanism. That was a very non-technical term to explain. I can see what song is playing on the screen, but not necessarily this screen because I'm driving. There's the screen. So I didn't need to have that $2,000 upgrade. I saved a lot of money, and I've been just happy with it. Which car is it? That would be if you search Google or YouTube for Chris Pirillo car. I think it's Chris Pirillo Prius review, something like that. And some people, they say, Chris, drive a real car. Well, last I looked, it's got 4 wheels, gets me from point A to point B, and I'm the one who laughs when I go to the gas station because I don't have to pay as much. So, fine, spend more money. I don't care. But until you start paying my bills, you can shut up about the car that I drive. You can also shut up about the technology that I choose to use in my own personal life. So speaking of, we wrote an article. What is the cheapest way to install your iPhone into your car stereo? Now, we're going to assume, in this scenario, that the car stereo we're talking about is not Bluetooth enabled, because if it was, you would have the option there. There are other options available to you, some of which I don't think are all that great because I've tried them before. Kelly Clay has had this experience. She's wondering how to get her phone, even if it's just a smartphone, connected to a stereo, and ran over a couple of the options. I mean, not with her car, but I mean, click the link in the description to read the article, and it explains it all. She might suggest that you go out and get one of those FM transmitters. I've never been a fan of those. I've tried them, and the audio quality always sucks. It does. I mean, especially compared to Bluetooth. And I threw out the option, as much of a kludge as it might be. I said, well, why don't you do this? Buy an inverter for your automobile, and it costs $10, $20 max, for just a simple inverter that allows you to plug in like an AC cable and then have a portable speaker system. And I went as far as to find a wireless Bluetooth speaker that is portable and coupled with the inverter, I think cost less than $100. And even though that's not a part of the car stereo system, you could take that Bluetooth wireless speaker or wireless Bluetooth speaker with you out of the car and use it in other places, at parties, I was going to say in the library, but that would be a bad place to take a speaker. But you can take it with you, and you could connect the phone by way of Bluetooth, keep everything charged, and generally speaking, get as much as you possibly can. It's to me, the best option to getting audio coming out from your phone to your car without redoing everything, or really spending a lot of money on new infrastructure. The next option, of course, would be upgrade your car stereo to something that has Bluetooth capabilities. And that would probably be your strongest option. The easiest way to do it without having to run through the muss or fuss is have options that you can remove at any point in time to your next vehicle or potentially beyond. So we've got a few possibilities there for you, and certainly would be curious to know what you think the best options are for the cheapest way to install an iPhone or smartphone into your car stereo.